Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go,
Man, it is hard not to bop your head a little bit when that music is going, and it looks like my shirt is actually mixing in with the background. Sorry, you guys are gonna have to deal with that tonight. But hey, welcome to the Crypto Nightcap. We're doing this every Monday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're bringing you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can use for tomorrow, and that is certified. Let me tell you. We're doing pretty good, man, with some of these calls here. I was on the morning show today, and I did say I thought we were going to push through that area. Why? Because of liquidity. If you guys are not looking at liquidity, you are not doing it right. I am a big believer. I might be saying I might be a liquidity maxi because it's pretty much the first spot I look almost every day before I start looking at the charts. So that being said, I do have a co-host. He's my man. He's from Detroit, and he is one of the busiest dudes in crypto. He's got those meme calls, too. Let's go ahead and bring him up. My man, F.D. White. What is up, dude?
I can't complain, man. I'm chilling, man. Chilling. So if you hear a lot of stuff tonight, I gave my kids some ice cream, so they might be on 10. So just bear with me.
Might be on 10. All right.
Yeah.
Right on. I have a pumpkins and ghosts and all kinds of stuff on me right now. So it is what it is, man. We are not going back. We're gonna be translucent TradeFly tonight. So translucent fly. Let's do this. All right, let's go ahead and go over to the chat. Say what's up to everybody in there. And we got username in first. He was watching Ernest Scared Stupid, man. That takes me back to childhood. I do have some memories of old Ernest, man. He was a crazy dude, but those were the jam.
Jail was hilarious, man.
Those are the jam back in the day. Yeah, that man was on another one. I wonder what that dude was like in real life. It'd be interesting. Let's see who else we got here. We got Caffeinated Crypto dropping some emojis. He said, "Let's get it, let's go." Crypto Chef dropping the emojis as well. Thank you very much for being here. He said Chart Prime is amazing. The more you look into the indicators, the more you will find. He ain't lying, man. Those things are almost overwhelming for me, and I'm a pilot. I study technical stuff for a living. And man, Chart Prime is complex and it has got something for everybody, that is sure. Trade Intuition's in here. He said, "What's up, fam? Hope everyone is good." Also giving some props to the Chart Prime indicators. Much love to you, Joe. He is at Trade Intuition. Go check him out. Go check out his X. Go check out his YouTube. Show my man some love and support. All sets in here. He said, "Let's get it with a flex. Let's go." I need to work out more, but that's all right. I'll flex for you. All right, here we go. Hey, yeah. There you go, Piper Academy dropping a little bit of nuggets there. Hey, if you got a chance here, give us a like. Yeah, we would appreciate that. But if you could share this out, we would really, really appreciate that because we are actually growing. The numbers are going up. We're kind of holding numbers up around, about 200 views. We've pretty much doubled about where we started at. So it's looking good for the show. Let's bring some more people into the family. Drop some alpha for everybody. We would very much appreciate that. Wix Wife Fine 89. She's holding it down as our super mod tonight. So, hey, no pressure. No pressure, but it's all on you tonight. You better keep username in check. All right. Let's see here. Username obviously is in the chat. Wix 589. He say, "Howdy, y'all. What's up, man? I hope all is well. Hope you guys are doing good tonight." Good to see you. Good to see you, man. It's like a little family seeing you guys every night. Hart, he said, "Here we go, go, go. Let's go, baby." You know it, man. All right, LBC in the house. He said, "Alert, alert. What's up, dude? Let's see some waves in the chat. Drop some waves for LBC, man." I think LBC, when are you starting the new show? Is that happening like in the next couple of days, next week? Let us know in the chat, man. I know he's gonna be doing a late night show. So just adding another show to the list here that we got over at Piper Academy. We're going to be filling it up for 24/7. It looks like Eric, my man, ballin' wallin'. He said, "Let's do it." Here we go. Scrolling down, Indie Rock Crypto. Hey, he said, "Let's go." Yeah, I'm telling you, man. He's our unofficial. We're gonna call him official hype man of the channel. Let's go, man. All right. Going down here, we got Crypto Caveman. He said, "Legends." Nah, you're a legend, dude. You guys are in the chat, dropping some stuff in the chat. Y'all are legends, not us. We're just here. We're trying to help you guys out, but the people that are in here, that's why we do it. And my dude, you know, he's fam. Let's go ahead, say what's up to my dude, Alex O. Ripto. Just rushing it every day with the scalp trades, man. He's good peoples, man. Good peoples. We were talking a little bit this week, man. I think we talked for about a half an hour or so, but he's fam. He's fam. So definitely drop some otters in the chat. I'm gonna drop some otters in the chat. Watch this, man. I'm gonna do this. What's up? Go ahead.
Who took that world coin short with me yesterday? We gave it to you live. Man. We said watch out for that world coin short overnight. It seemed like it went down, came up a little bit, but it went back down. So we're sitting at that $2.20 level that we talked about last night, man. So I got into that trade, made a nice little amount. I'm back out, so now we'll have a couple more. But we'll go over that and a few others once we get to the chart. I mean, once we get to the TA. But man, we're calling them. TradeFly has 2 good calls yesterday. I had this good call, so they've been coming out. You can't deny it. Tell a friend to come on to the Nightcap, and get some alpha and make some money, man. That's what we're here for.
That's it, man. We're here for you. We're trying to make some money together. You're just coming along on the journey. If you guys tuned into the morning show, I ain't saying, but I'm saying, but I might have said we were going to break this resistance because there was liquidity on the top side of that. So like FD was talking about, we will definitely be looking at that on the charts here soon. With that being said, let's go ahead and get over into our first bit of news. And just in, Donald Trump is considering the elimination of federal income tax for all Americans. Hey, now, I highly doubt this is going to happen. Let's be very clear about that. I doubt it very much, but that would be amazing. And this is something you're going to pull right before an election, right? You put out something like this, something you really don't have much shot at really getting through, but at the same time, it gets people excited. Like, hey, man, if my orange man going to do that, my pumpkin, if he going to do that, then yeah, he got my vote. You know what I'm saying? So, is what it is. But hey, I would love to see it because we
already don't make enough, and you're gonna eliminate our only source of income for America, man. Good. Who? I mean, it's a good marketing ploy. I'm calling these marketing tools now. These marketing employees, man. But who's giving these I know the average person don't know. Like, ooh, taxes, eliminate all taxes. I mean, taxes are kind of a scam a little bit.
Yeah, very much. But
we're already the deficit is already high, and if we eliminate that,
so do we need them? I mean, if the deficit's already high, we give more away in taxes to Ukraine. So
I don't know what's going on, but I'm ready for this election to be over with.
Tell me about it,
man. I'm exhausted. Everywhere I turn, everywhere I look, and we got to be in tune to it. We got to talk about it. I know, but I'm tired, man. I'm tired of this election, man. So we'll see who wins, and then we can make our thesis and make our analysis after that happens. So,
all right. It looks like you were getting a little bit of an echo here. I think I might have fixed it. I had my screen putting out audio for whatever reason. Not sure why. But
check, mic check.
TradeFly, are you outputting? Yeah, I did. All right, but I beat you to it, Mike. I beat you to it. I fixed it. So I think we're good. We're good. Noob alert. Look, man, it's not always me, okay? Sometimes OBS, the settings just do what they want to do. I was probably listening to something and I was trying to listen to it through my headphones, would be my guess. But let's get into the next piece of news here. All right, next up, Elon Musk has done it again. Just as everyone said, EVs are dead, Tesla stock is up 20% today, adding $150 billion on market cap. So when I say we're a small piece of the pie, look at what these dudes did in less than 24 hours. So let that sink in. Tesla is currently on track for its largest daily gain since 2011. I'm assuming they closed there. Here's how Elon Musk proved short sellers wrong again. And there is a thread, but it also made him one of the richest guys in the world by, I think, actually a large time. I think he is the richest guy in the world at this point. I think it was by like something like 58 million or something. So congrats to Elon, man. And whenever you're ready, we are ready for that Doge. And I don't mean the coin. Department of Government Efficiency. I'm just gonna sit here and eat my popcorn, man. I'm ready to watch that show. I'm not even gonna lie to you. All right. Just in, Pennsylvania House passes the Bitcoin rights bill with bipartisan support. That is key. That is key. Aiming to bring regulatory clarity to digital assets. Hey, I like to see it, man. This is one thing that Coinbase has been screaming for, right? If you follow their chief legal officer on Twitter at all, he is a good follow, by the way. If you follow him, all he keeps saying is like, we are asking for regulatory clarity. That is what we want from the SEC. That is what we want from the government. And finally, we're taking some steps to get there. What does this mean, though? This makes me bullish because this is it, man. The adoption is here. We don't even need to talk about adoption anymore because remember, 2 years ago, we were talking about adoption still. Are we going to get adoption? It's here. That conversation is done. We don't have to have it. Now, are we going to get regulation? There you go. We're starting to now get regulation. So all the things that you were asking for, you're getting. You got institutions in, you got adoption, you got regulation, all of that's coming down the pipe. What does that mean? Bitcoin is here to stay. So those of you that were sucking up that Bitcoin at 16, 17,000 in the bear market, congratulations. Good on you. I don't think you're ever going to see that number again. Straight up. I don't think you'll ever see it again. Bold statement, maybe, maybe not. Probably not even a hot take, to be honest, at this point. All right. FD, what's up, dude? What are you thinking, man?
You know what? I was talking about this before we started, and when they came out with the Robo event, the taxi event, the We Robot, I can't remember what the name of it was, and Tesla stock started going down and everything. I made a video. I had a thumbnail. I had everything ready, and I'm like, I'm gonna put a video out because I think Tesla's gonna take off. And I just didn't do it. I don't know why I didn't do it. I don't remember. I'm sitting here looking at the thumbnail, like I don't know why I didn't do it.
The
And
drop
Tesla,
made no sense.
yeah, yeah. So now what we're looking at for Tesla is I'm correlating this back to crypto, and with Elon having a little bit of more momentum going in now. And like we said, we got to talk about the election. If his boy wins, then this is going to be good for crypto. It's going to be good for certain assets. Look at the what's the other DJT, I think it is. That one's been going crazy too. So it's a
Yeah.
few the coins that we talked about, I think last week or the week before last. And my baby Doge, not baby Doge, but Dogecoin, the actual Dogecoin, I still think that's gonna do fairly well. And I've been looking at market cap totally wrong. I think I've been looking at market cap totally wrong. I'm thinking too small. I still got a little bit of PTSD from last cycle. I don't think we're gonna get like astronomically higher, like 10 trillion yet. I do think we're at 2.5, maybe somewhere around 2.2, 2.5 right now. If we get to like 4 or 5, I think a lot of these coins are going to just blast off. And the market caps that I've been looking at is how I see how I'm going to buy coins and see how high I think they can go. I don't think I'm looking high enough or aiming high enough. So in the future though, I'm not saying like the next few months. I'm not saying like the next 2 to 3 months. I mean like a little bit down the line, because if we don't get a crash like everybody's been thinking, I think we're going to get that great melt up, and that great melt up unfortunately is going to be bad for the people who don't know. But for people like us who the true degenerates who kind of know a little bit about the economy, we're gonna reap the benefits. So I'm stepping back right now and waiting until after this election is over, going into the new year, and then I'll see what to do from there. But I am allocated mostly into crypto, mostly into assets. Been fiat poor a little bit lately, but starting to get that back up so I can have a little bit more dry powder if anything does happen.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the powder, man. I'm sitting on some change right now, so I got to figure that out. I might get some more real estate. I got to be honest with you. I do this every time, man. I'll make a good trade. I'm sitting on capital, and I'm like, real estate sounds good. I don't know why. I just keep doing it, but it will pay me at the end. So 10 years, not even 10 years at this point, 8 years. I'm going to have my 2 properties. I got 2 duplexes, so 4 doors. They'll be paid off in 8 years. And then I'm going to have 5K paying me. I mean, I know Bitcoin's going to do good. I get it. I got you guys. But in 8 years, this pays me. Just steady passive income. So, there's a method to the madness here. Stacking up. I think the next thing I'm looking at is up in Mammoth. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's a ski slope, a ski town up there, and you can go there summertime as well. It's beautiful up there. I think I'm gonna get a place up there, just a little escape. It's about 4 hours away. Take the kiddos there whenever I'm feeling weird, and we'll go up there and hit the slopes, man. So it'll be a good time. Couple shout outs here in the chat. Looks like we got some late arrivals. So we're going to say what's up to a couple more people here because I love saying what's up to everyone. Clay the Great with his hootie hoo. He's in the house. Max H, he said, I didn't get a shout out. Man, my bad, dude. If I miss you, sometimes when you have top chat selected, it like skips over people randomly. It's wild. So I have to go to live chat to see everyone's names in there. But what's up, dude? Thanks for being here. Here's your shout out, brother. I did not miss you intentionally. That is faux show. Army Piper's in the house. What's up, dude? Thanks for being here. It's funny that Retro Mike Tech actually knows my audio issues at this point. He's like, hey, dude, go hit the desktop audio again. Unreal. All right, Crux of Crypto's in the house. What's up, dude? Thanks for being here. Hope all is well with you. And Al Jr. sliding in. He said, salutations. What's up, dude, man? I hope all is well with you. All right. I think I got everybody, so let's get this going. Y'all know who we got to bring up, right? There's a third man in this show. You know this. Let's go ahead. Let's bring my man up, Elmer Fudd. Y'all know Skynet is here, baby. All right, so let's talk about it. All right, so everybody's talking about GOAT lately, but they're saying it's birthed an entire new class of AI-backed meme coins that some claim are sentient. So apparently it will have feelings. All right, that's what people are claiming here. So that's why I went ahead, did the little Skynet stick there. But what do you think? Do you think we're really going to get to that point that some of these AI tokens are like thinking for themselves? Are we trending in that direction?
Yeah, well, we're definitely trending in that direction. I don't think. What was I watching? Somebody was deep diving. It might have been Miles. Can't pronounce his last name. Did something. He used to be with on the Banter show, but he's a very good deep dive crypto guy. He was talking about these AI meme coins, and he was talking about how GOAT was formed and how these just the same thing we're saying right now, and how they've been communicating with they're going to start communicating with each other and start if they're dumping things they're going to have like feelings and stuff like that. So I don't think I think it's a bunch of it's not right now, but just AI in general I think is gonna start doing. It's just I don't, you know what, right now, man, it's Thursday. I've just been looking at a bunch of stuff and I'm like, man, where are we going? So I'm trying to take a step back right now and just analyze. I'm analyzing. Sometimes I get in my sponge mode where I take in so much information. It's really overwhelming, man. It's really overwhelming. So and AI is at the top of the list. So I'm looking at these things. I'm trying to figure out how to make money from it, make money profiting from it. But I have seen that, and I think it is coming. I don't think it's coming now, but I'd say like we're in exponential growth when it comes to AI right now. So
Yeah.
I think it'll start the next 2 years, maybe 2-3 years, then it'll start to like taper off. But these next few years are going to be like, wow. And, hopefully we are on the right side of the technological breakthroughs. So I think it's coming.
It's crazy, man. I shoot. I need a bot or an AI that can trade for me. So I don't even have to think about that. I can go to work, do whatever I want to do my 9 to 5. not have to look at it, give it all its rules, and be like, you know what? AI, do your thing. And you know what? Matter of fact, go study FD. I want you to go study him. Alex O, go study him. Go study Piper. I want you to learn from them. Come back to me, and then start making some trades based on what you learned. So, and then I want you to come in the chat, and I want you to deal with username. Go ahead and just have a whole conversation with him. Keep that dude, happy. Whenever he gets excited, we'll go ahead and just play him.
Sharks with frickin' laser beams.
I have AI do everything. I'll just be here. I'll just smile with my skincare products. All right. I think it's time, man. Let's go ahead. Let's get into the market pulse. Let's do this thing. Y'all know what time it is. All right. October 25th, you got durable goods. That is tomorrow. Durable goods month over month. You got JOLTS job openings on the 29th. GDP growth rate, that is going to be on the 30th. And then on Halloween, core PCE price index month over month, personal income month over month, personal spending month over month. Looking at the total market cap, we're at 2.33 trillion. That's up 1.86%. 24-hour trading volume is at 74.89 billion. That is a decrease of 5.53%. Bitcoin dominance still on the rise. We have been talking about this. We keep mentioning it. It is out at 57.77% as an increase of 0.26. Now, that is a pretty standard move we've been seeing recently. About a quarter of a percent is what we're seeing, and it just keeps going up. So it looks like we're going to be touching 58 here soon. All right, over to the bubbles, and it was green mostly today. It looks like we're having a little bit of a pullback now. So let's see what we got here. Meme tokens are still taking off here. Mu is up 19.6. That's been a big mover. I've been seeing that quite a bit over the last week or so. Height is at 12.1%, Ray at 11.7%, SPX at 8.4%, Beam at 6.9%. Everything else is about under 5%. All right, Solana's been a good mover recently, just trending over the last week or so. All right, who's getting hit? Let's see, SEI at 4.8%. Wow, what is that, WorldCoin? Yeah, it's WorldCoin. That's at 4.3% in the negative. Everything else is just under 4%. So nothing too crazy, but I think we're having a little bit of a quick pullback right now. So may have to boogie over to the charts here kind of quick. So if you watch the morning show, what was my basis for saying that we might break resistance? The liquidity was too darn close, man. Let's look at the timing here. This is 07 my time, all right? So that's the middle of the morning show. And I saw all this liquidity up here. And I was like, I think we need to go grab that liquidity. All right, it's just too close. And we were testing resistance multiple times, right? We had a little bit of a quick pullback, and then it came up, and it ultimately broke through, and it cleared out that liquidity. Now, there still is some liquidity here to the top side, but you can see where it's kind of dark. It's pulled back, a little bit dark here, a little bit dark there. There's nothing too crazy up there that I think is worth chasing, but this was hot. This was a hot spot on the map. And I thought that was worth chasing, at least on the 3-day. Let's go ahead and zoom out on the weekly. Ooh, got that hot spot up here. That's at about 69,750. So not saying that needs to happen, here in the next 24 hours or anything, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised here in the next couple days that we come up here and grab that liquidity, because that is the hottest spot on the map. And look, this is dark. There's nothing to get here. So what you want to look for, we are kind of seeing it though, right? When you do get these little empty spots, sometimes that's an indication of the longs have or in this case, this would be the shorts, would kind of be beaten into submission. But I don't know, man. The trend is up and right. Liquidity is up and right. Would not be surprised to go up and grab that liquidity at all. So here's what we've been looking at quite a bit recently, and this is Bitcoin on the daily. All right, so 2021 high, we did get a pullback off of that. Now we did come back down to the 382. Let me pull up that fib real quick for you. I'm trying to clean up the charts a little bit for you guys. I know sometimes you have a hard time seeing what you want to see on the charts because I got so much going on here. But what I did is I faded the fib retracement tool a little bit. Hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for you. All right, so we got this trend line right here. All right, and that is going up and right, which is kind of the shorter term time frame. That is a series of higher highs, higher lows, and then you have a bigger time frame, all right, where the trend is actually down and right with a series of lower highs. Now, this, I don't know. You could say that officially. It depends if you go by candle closes, all right, which I guess technically you should. You did get a candle close over top of this previous area here. So I guess now you could say officially that this series of lower highs has been broken. All right, so that could be good news. Are we going to continue this trend up and right? We may need to start looking at, you know, a trend line that is on the bottom side of this as support. So let's go ahead and look at that now. See if we can get something from here. See how this lines up. Doesn't quite go up to that wick. Let's go ahead and just, we'll use these two for now. These are just based on the wicks. So again, just really adding into a little bit of the confluence, I think. All right, so you know this is my target area, right? This is where I'm kind of my sit and wait mode. All right, I'm definitely putting a limit order here. All right, and the reason is there's just too much confluence for me to not. I mean, you have the dynamic reactor, you got the golden pocket. The point of control for the range is actually shifted based on some of the updates here with the price action. But you have a horizontal level of support, and there's a lot of confluence there. All right, what else was there? I thought it might have just been the point of control as well. So, I mean, you got a lot of confluence, and right now the trend is now up and right. It would not be too crazy to see a little bit of a pullback and continuation up and right. So I will be sitting there just kind of waiting, hanging out. You know, if it comes down, cool. If not, that's cool too. Not going to be too upset. Looking at the prime oscillator here, you can see it's starting to flatten out like it wants to bend back up. Now, we talked about that a little bit. What I drew for you looked like this. And I said, hey, if you see that, that could be a good sign, all right, for continuation. So let's go to the 4 hour. Let's get a little bit more zoomed in look at this. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. There we go. All right. So look, coming down on top of that trend line right now for the retest. This is going to tell us a little something, I think. Because look, it was resistance. Pretty clear it was resistance, even there. Resistance finally broke through. Went up towards the 2021 high, a little rejection. Now we're retesting this area. This is, I think, going to tell us quite a bit. If we hold up a support here, that is going to be a good thing. I would say 69K, if this holds up, is going to be almost guaranteed. Not that big of a move, to be honest with you. It's only $1,000. So keep your eye on this. This is, I'd say, a pretty key level time now. And what you want to see is, obviously, it hold up. What you don't want to see is it break down and retest. All right. So if you break down and retest, get ready for some move to the downside. I don't know if that's in the cards or not, but looking at the prime oscillator, you are getting a little bit towards the top side here. It's trying to reset. All right, you did get a reversal. Let's see what the last time we got a reversal is. So we got the reversal, but then it came up for another hit up here by the 2021 high. Didn't get a close over top of it, but same thing here. All right, you got the reversal, but then it still made a couple more legs up. So could we be in for the same kind of thing? Right? Pattern recognition. So that's one thing that you want to look at. You may get that reversal followed by another leg up before you ultimately see something move down. So keep an eye on that, because that could actually show you. Go ahead and get rid of this. That looks crazy. All right. So look at how when you see this, all right, you see reversal comes down, all right. You see reversal, and then you're building up divergence, okay, where the price action goes up and the RSI is going down. So just keep your eye out for that. Like if the price action goes back up here, we get a retest of the 2021 high, which is right here. Then keep your eye on this oscillator to see if you do something like this. If you do something like that, very clear divergence, and then that might be an opportunity for a short, or we could pull back. So just looking at different opportunities here for setups. I told you right now, for me personally, in this zone is going to be a no-no zone. All right, because I don't have very high confidence Now, if we come up to 2021 high, different story. We might talk about opening a short. If we get up to, obviously the zero here where the fib retracement is at 69,490, 69.50 or 500, sorry, then, you're looking, I'd probably lean towards a rejection depending on what this oscillator is doing. But, it's not necessarily a bad thing to see us come up and retest that area again. Jesus, I am crazy today. Got to right click first, Dan. You got this. You got this. It's going to be great. All right. So what I'm trying to do is look at the oscillator now on the daily. I want to see what it's doing. Kind of hard because you already had it pretty much go all the way to the top side here. There you go. So yeah, man, this for me, I don't think I'm going to trade this. And we are going to find out a lot, I think, right now because of this trend line. You want to stay on top of that. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. 2021 high, short-term, high side target, 69K. That's, I think, within play. We got to maintain this trend line or at least stay on top of it. The point of control, too. You got a lot of confluence in this area. So I'm not going to say we have to necessarily stay on this trend line, but you have the point of control. You got this other trend line here. You do want to stay on top of this little area, though. That'll be clear about. Stay on top of that. And I think we're good to go up and reach 2021 high again. And then once you gotta wait for a break. Like I said earlier, like I'm not gonna long right here just because we got too much going on. I want it to break. I want it to break out. I want it to get over the value area high. Because that is very clearly an area that it is honored quite a bit, right? You can see you got a wick off of it. Shows you selling pressure in that area at about 69.5. But you can see where it's been both support and resistance as a horizontal level as well. It's not just the value area high, it's literally acting as resistance and support at times. So it is a very key level here. We could call that about 69,700 or so. But what I'm saying is I want to get out of this mess here before I get excited. All right, get out of this mess. Look for the OC retest, and then we start talking all-time highs again. All right, I know that's what you guys want, but we got to get through all this first. All right, now we get up, and you start seeing something like this. That could be game on. All right, but right now we got a big mess to deal with right now. So again, kind of in a no-no zone. You got to take a wait and see approach. Want to stay on the top side. If you see get on the bottom side with a retest, then you come back down to 382. All right. That's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. Nothing too crazy. I know you guys have been with us quite a bit recently, so you've heard a lot of these levels already. So I'm going to pass it over to FD and see what you got, man.
Cool, man. So I'm looking at one of my favorites, Dogecoin, and I'm not looking at it because I'm talking about it all the time. I actually like this setup. So this is on the daily, and this is looking primed and ready for an explosive move. We're gonna go in from a top-down analysis. So I'm gonna start on the daily, but just looking at this right now, from a technical standpoint, just looking at it, it looks like something that's ready to explode. So I mean, if you do like a technical target from this, let's see what we can take that. I don't know. Some people do it like that. I do it like this because I'm a little bit of a perma bull. So boom, where's that taking us? Right back to 18 cent, and that is coming back in. I didn't even do this earlier, so real time. So Dogecoin, like I said, I think Dogecoin is going to benefit from a specific person winning, and then his friends coming on to the party, the Doge crew, as I like to call them. So let's actually zoom in and get a little bit more detail, a little bit more analysis of what I want to see and what I'm looking at. As you see at the bottom, I'm starting to use Chart Prime now. So we got our Prime Oscillator Pro Plus going on. So we were looking at this a little bit earlier when I was looking at it. We got a nice, was it the 4-hour or the daily? Bear with me because I'm just really learning how to use this, but so far it's been super fire. So I think this is like a reversal, and it's called right at the top of this downward sloping trend line.
Yep.
And then we got the RSI coming down, and then we've been just moseying along in this little channel. This really like a bull flag, but it's been coming up ever since, what day was that? The 10th of October. So we've been making a strong push, making a strong move. We broke this resistance here at about 12 cent, 12, 13 cent, a little closer to 13 cent. So I'm waiting on this to move. So what I'm looking at right now, we do have RSI coming down on the daily. Money flow is starting to flatten out. Let's go to the 4-hour, look at some oscillators. We do have this RSI coming up. Let me check here on the hourly. Trying to see where we can get a good entry. So that's what I'm really looking at, because I do think if the market remains bullish, we're going to break out. But I want to get the best possible entry, because a lot of times, the traditional entry is breakout retest. But I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic on this trade. So I would really want to come back down. It's looking like we may come back down maybe to the midpoint of this. Let me see. That's probably going to be at about not too far down. Probably come down to right there. So I'll be looking at probably an entry at about 0.138139. So that's a little bit further down from right here. And then I'll probably just long there and just take my chances, to be honest with you. I don't recommend doing this. Usually, you want to see this, possibly that, and going up like that. But I think Dogecoin strength right now is doing pretty good, especially with like Tesla. Like a lot of times I correlate a lot of these assets together when I'm making my analysis. So Dogecoin is definitely on my radar right now. I'm looking at this huge bull flag. So that's the first thing that I saw when I was going through my which one I wanted to come with for the nightcap today. So I just literally just saw this, and I'm liking the way this looks. So Dogecoin is going to be on my radar. So I mean, if it's just simply like, if you want to hold and wait and make sure it stays above this downward sloping trend line. So coming in at what, 13.1341 cent. And let's pull a fib from this low to that high. So yeah, that's basically coming in at the golden pocket too. So if it did come back down here, that'd probably be a much safer trade at about 0.135. Then you can possibly ride it back up to the top, or you can just wait, breakout retest for the traditional way to take that trade. But I'm just putting Dogecoin back on everybody's radar. I think this is something that everybody should start watching, even if it's not a long-term play, even if it's just like a spot quick trade, maybe like a couple weeks. I think after the election, I think this is going to, we'll get a definitive answer as to if this is probably going to take off or not. So it's a little risky right now. I like this setup, just chart wise, just technically, but I am going to wait and see how this plays out. If we do start to pop out of here, then we can front run the move, but hopefully this just moseys along to the end of October going into November, and then we can get a breakout around November, the first week of November, because I think that's when everything pops off, and then we could just ride the wave if everything goes according to what crypto people want. So this is what I'm looking at for Dogecoin. I do have a couple more. I'll pass it back to you, and then I'll set my other charts up. I want to look at I don't have any meme coins today. I did want to look at ADA because it's looking sad, man. I made a post earlier on Twitter X how sad XRP is right now, and I think ADA is joining that group, man. It's just sad right now. It's really just sad, and I hope they do well, because I do hold a big bag of ADA, and I've been holding it and just wishing one day that it just at least doubles from here, but we haven't been moving. So I'm gonna go over some ADA, but I'm gonna pass it back to you and get my chart ready.
Right on. Let's go ahead and look at some AVAX. We haven't talked about that too much recently. We've been talking a lot about Solana. Solana has made a move. It broke out of its range. It is off to the races. I think it's up in the 170s right now. Again, I'm looking at a horizontal level of about like I think it's 180. It's in the 180s. So I think it got pretty close to that today, actually. And if I remember correctly, Piper, he actually put a level out there on his trading show today that was spot on. I think it wicked pretty much right off of that level. So little shill there. Go check out the little trading show that Piper does during the afternoon sometimes. It is fire. So keep your eye on that as well. So again, we're shows all day, man. I know you can only tune into so many of them. But AVAX. All right, looking at AVAX on the daily here, you can see what the trend is. Trend is up and right, baby. It is looking good. You guys know I have kind of moved, from the Matic train over to the AVAX train. I like what it's doing. I use it sometimes to move money around, and it looks healthier than Matic does right now. So hopefully Matic does well, because I was a big proponent of Matic. I did like it quite a bit. So what we're looking at right now, we are finding a horizontal level. This is a significant area at $30. I want to point that out to you right now. $30 is a key level for AVAX. You can see it was support for a very, very long time before we ultimately broke down, right? So it did get up there at about 33. Dynamic reactor, we've told you before, that is fire, especially when you're trying to find support and resistance. But you can see it tried to break out and just a sharp rejection. And we came all the way to about 19, 17 really, but we'll say the close. All right, looking at about 19. Now, that was a target area for me. And that was a target area. And how did I come up with that? Very, very simply, the previous range. We were in this range for a little while. All right. And so just took the top side, bottom side of that range, very simply. You could do a fixed range volume profile if you want to, or you could just take the bottom and the top of the range and draw some lines. Draw some lines horizontally. Nothing crazy there, right? Price finally came back down. Look, reestablished that range, but you could see that there were willing buyers here. As soon as that wick came in, they're like, all right, willing buyers, we could be ready for a little bit of a move. You got the reversal, you got the oversold, the true 7 popped, all of it. It was ready to go. Then we got that move up, and then we got good news. Remember, there was good news that came out. I think it was with Grayscale. Don't hold me to that. I think it was Grayscale with AVAX, and then it made a serious move up to about $30. All right, $30 though. Again, just look back left on the chart. That's going to be a key area, but we're trending up and right. It looks good. This is a healthy climb up and right for AVAX. This is what I like to see. All right, you got that move up, pull back, move up, pull back. All good, all good. We are trending up and right. We got to break this dynamic reactor. We are struggling with that quite a bit. But if you look at the dynamic reactor, look at what you're seeing. All right, it was pretty sharp down and right. Now it's starting to level out, right? We're kind of flattening out because it's looking like it wants to make a move. So I say, hey, if Bitcoin and everyone follows suit, kind of making that move up, we get a pretty nice move, obviously up to 30. I think that is well within play. And then do we get an opportunity to reset this oscillator? I'm looking at as a really key level. And then, if we break out of that, I think it's going to be game on for AVAX. We start talking about bigger and better things. I don't know how P33 is going to be or not, but we start taking a zoomed out look, and 39 is like your next real key level in my mind. All right, so don't worry too much about this 33. Just kind of an intermediate stop for me. If I'm looking for short scalps, intraday type trades, that's a level I'm going to look at. But if we're looking about zooming out, where can AVAX go? We break this range, I'm looking at $39. So if you guys want a little measurement on that of where we can go, see here. Let's say we break the range. Let's say you don't get, too confident until over 30, right? Let's say that's the case for you. 29% move. I'm not mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. All right. But this has to hold. So keep your eye on this trend line right here. This does have to hold. All right. So it is working up and right. If you break that trend line, then you can start looking at, the golden pocket and some of these previous support levels. But that's the key area you want to watch. All right. Keep us up and right. Looking healthy right now. You're getting these hits of bearish divergence, but I'm not sweating that too much, honestly. Not right now. So, all right, what do we got here? Gotta know, TradeFly. Why are you see-through? Because my shirt is a green color. I already talked about this, man. You're late to the show. You're late. Making me mad. I'm gonna come for you, man. Just pop up like the Terminator. All right, so that is a look at AVAX. Couple key levels to keep in mind there for you. Piper, thank you for the super chat. To yourself. All right, I'm gonna pass it back to FD. See what you got, man.
So a lot of these charts, man, I was going back and forth and looking at yours and looking at mine. Like a lot of these charts have similar patterns. Like we've been making, higher highs or higher lows, rather. And we've been in a nice, decent uptrend on the 4 hour, on the daily. And I'm looking at ADA right now, like I said, and I'm looking at a short-term move. So we've been, let me pull this out. We've been holding this trend line, this upper sloping trend line, all the way back from, this is August. So wow, this is a long-standing one. So I thought this was not that far back. So this is August, came back up beginning of September, played with it all the beginning of October. Tried to lose it, but we reclaimed it, is which I really love to see. And so what I'm looking at, this holding this trend line, and then we do have the 50 and 100-day SMA coming in, acting as resistance, curving down, and then this is what I'm looking for. So I already drew this out a little bit. So I have stop 2.64% to lose or make 14% basically. So I like those odds. I might take this. I'm going to look at this a little bit further once we get offline. But we do have the 200 coming in right in confluence, it'll be curving down, right in confluence with this, with our take profit somewhere around here. So I'm looking at this right here for a nice short term trade. Let me make sure that's pretty accurate. Let me pull a measurement tool. Yep, that's about 14% spot. So, I mean, a little bit of leverage. You can get, who knows how much you can get on this. So, I probably do a small leverage trade with this. Put my stop probably right below this one, at about 0.33, 0.45 cent. See how these, let's actually go into the hourly, see how we are looking. Yep, we came down, but we reclaimed. I like that. So, I'm going to see a couple more closes probably on the hourly going to the upside, see how we react with this 50-day SMA as well. So this is on my radar. I'm glad I looked at this because this is on my radar. I'll be looking at this overnight, possibly going into tomorrow. So like I said, ADA has been lagging behind. Let's actually go to the weekly so we can do a more zoomed out look to see what's been going on with ADA, because ADA has not been doing too much of anything, man. I'm really disappointed in the movement of ADA. I'm disappointed. I don't know what's going on. I know we got a lot of people, well, not a lot. We have people in the chat who really are in tune with ADA. Like, what's going on? Because I've seen announcements, bullish announcements. I've seen Charles is still adamant out there, and he's proclaiming ADA and Cardano and doing everything he can, but we're just not moving. So is this just something that the older coins, like a lot of these older coins, aren't moving? Because I can name a bunch of L1s that haven't been moving this cycle really. I was just looking at Cosmos, Atom, this one, XRP. Is it ICP? ICP started to do some moves, but really didn't do anything. So it's a handful of layer ones that have not been doing anything. So I don't know if it's because the liquidity has been going to other sectors like meme coins, Solana, and things like that. But I thought ADA was going to come in and at least be at this point of the cycle where everything else is in the cycle in relationship to Bitcoin, at least over $1. And we're still sitting at 34, 35 cents. So I'm going to look at these, shorter term trades, shorter term moves for ADA, because it does respect, these trend lines, and it does respect TA because it's such a, bigger market cap. So isn't as volatile. But just look on the weekly, how the weekly candles have been respecting this upward sloping trend line. Like boom, hammer candle, boom, boom, sort of like a hammer candle, but it's not. But just respecting this. So I mean, the trend is your friend to the end. So I'm gonna make this trade, and it's also looking like some sort of an ascending triangle. So we usually get a nice breakout on the third touch, 1, 2. So we can just count these as 3. So hopefully we can make our way above here where this 200 is. But we need to flip that 200 long term. But like I said, I'm gonna try to just ride this up to that, get that 14%. I'm gonna look at this a little bit more after we get off stream. But yeah, man, anybody can think about what's wrong with ADA, man, is because it hasn't had any FUD like XRP. XRP had the SEC and had all these, different things against them. What's up with ADA? Man? Somebody please let me know in the chat. Crux, I know you in the chat. Okay, username step on ADA. We're getting in the second half of the cycle. So okay, Crux, actually, I think he had a great video about ADA a few months ago, and I really thought it was going to start taking off once the market was taking off, but we had the little low, the summer low, and it just really didn't do anything after that. What's the cycle high this cycle? Like double where we at? Yeah, 80 cents. So it's looking sad for ADA. I'm gonna have to put it in my pile of sad coins right now until we at least get above that 200. Hold that as significant support, and then keep moving. But like I said, my short-term trade right now, let's actually zoom in so I can, or you can just rewind the video again. But I will be looking at this area here to possibly get some type of short-term trade. Uh, where is it at? Let me go back to the 4 hour. I think I was on the 4 hour. So, yep, somewhere around this area, seeing how these candles react to this upper sloping trend line. So somewhere around 34, 35 cent and potentially ride it back up to about 39 or 40 cents. So be on the lookout for that and hold me accountable if it does not happen.
Right on. Let's take a quick look at the DXY. I want y'all to go back and look at some videos because I have had the same darn lines on this chart for months and months and months. I think I built this probably, middle of 2023 is where I started this. So it has been crazy. Look where we're interacting with again. We're up at about 104. You can see how many hits we've had on that area. I can't even count them all. But it looks like we might see a rejection. All right, so that could open the door. You guys know it hasn't really been inverse correlated, to be perfectly transparent with you. But we will see if it does pull back a little bit. That might open the door for a little bit of upside. I mean, today at least there was a little bit of an inverse correlation, so we'll see. But I don't even know. What do you guys think in the chat, man? Do you think DXY is even worth tracking anymore? It used to be. Used to be definitely like an inverse correlation, but I've kind of seen lately it just kind of does its own thing, kind of diverge a little bit. So let me know in the chat. Let me know. Alex, what do you think, man? You look at the DXY anymore?
It hasn't been Dixian lately, man. You know, we usually could get some type of like you said, some inverse correlation, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of this year, the DXY has been going up and risk assets have been going up at the same time. So it's one of those things where you have to adjust. So we can't keep using it as a metric, opposite metric anymore. We have to just figure out what it's doing. And like you said, it's been correlated to the upside and correlated to the downside. But speaking of currencies, man, we talked about this a few weeks ago. So the BRICS summit just wrapped up. This is not a big deal right now, but I did want to mention this. I don't know if anybody's seen this. I didn't pull a picture or nothing up, but they had like a mock up of the BRICS currency. Like it was like a dollar. It was like a
Was it digital?
It wasn't digital. No, it was like a.
Reading something
was
about digital currency.
holding it. Putin. I don't know if we can say that on YouTube, but he was holding it.
There we go, dog. We just lost our monetization for the day.
Yeah, so
Goodness.
he was holding it, and all these countries like, and this is the thing that I was thinking about. Like they were saying we were going to alienate, our country and doing all that. But I mean, they're bringing in more and more people, more and more countries coming into this alliance. I don't think it's nothing to worry about right now, but along with what they're doing over there, we're digging the grave too for ourselves. So we're like helping them. Like they're trying to dig the grave for the dollar, and we're over here like, hold on, let me give you a hand here. We're gonna print. We're almost at 36 trillion in debt in like 6 months. We literally just I remember we just crossed 34. Now we're almost at 36. This is unsustainable, man. And the only way out is to inflate our way out. I've seen a lot of people have been saying that. I think Paul Tudor Jones was saying the same thing, but I just want people to be positioned the right way. Like we can make our short-term money and whatnot, but I think in the long term, like these next few years is going to be, those times where you really need to do your homework and make sure you position on the right side, because it's getting weird out here. It's not scary, not yet. It's weird. It's getting real weird out here. So I just, just do your homework and your due diligence, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, what are we gonna do?
You gotta opt out.
What are we gonna do?
You have to opt out. This is I mean, Piper knows this for sure, and this is why the 10-year is not coming down. Like people don't have faith in that we're gonna bring inflation down. I think it's gonna come back up. So they can
up.
Yeah, so
It is.
it's like the market has been dictating what's going on recently. Like not the Federal Reserve, it's the market. The market has dictated what's going to happen and what's going on and what they think is going to happen. So I'm paying attention to the bond market. I'm paying attention to crypto, but sometimes we got to zoom out and and this is why Bitcoin is king, because we know Bitcoin is not going anywhere. We know Bitcoin is the one that's going to be the more safer haven than
Mm-hmm.
any of these other cryptocurrencies. So right now, it's like, when you out there, you got your few chicks out there, you got a few here, you got a few there, but you got your main girlfriend, but not me. I'm just using this analogy. And then you come home to Bitcoin every day, man. Not me. I'm just saying, I'm just using this as an analogy.
Yeah.
You should have to do those meme coins. You have to do it, make some money with the meme coins and try to bring it back to Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, Bitcoin is going to be, one of the safe havens for, um, what we're doing to the currency, to the dollar and to the country, man. So just be careful.
Yeah, right on. That's what I mean, financial advice, I guess. But, when people ask me, especially those that are like close to me that are just getting into crypto, I always say, hey, 50% Bitcoin, 25% ETH, which that might actually change now. I'm gonna be honest with you. That used to be a thing, like 50%, 25%, and you start looking at some of your other like mid to like, lower cap type plays, mostly mid. Like you're looking at AVAX, Solana. I will be honest. I used to say Matic as one of those as well because I really had high hopes for Matic. And then like maybe 1 to 2% you look at like meme tokens and you just degen. Find something cute, whatever you want, whatever the hotness is, whether it's a dog, a cat, or whatever, or probably a rat next. Who freaking knows? Or pig. I think those are out there now too. So, yeah.
So So the majority of my portfolio is not in Bitcoin. So the way I do it is I have the majority. I have most in ETH. That's my biggest bag, but I also have it dispersed around. So towards when I start to take profits, I'll take it in Bitcoin and in a little bit of fiat. So that's how what I'm doing. Of course, I have like some Bitcoin, but it's not my. It's not like I don't have like a 50 percent of my portfolio is in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean
when I start
that's what I
taking
would tell
profit,
new people that are like just
yeah,
starting their like DCA adventure, right? Like because I
yeah,
don't want them to like get disheartened either, right? When the market goes down and tumbles, like we know one's going to survive out of all of them, right? Bitcoin's going to survive, and Ethereum for now I think is going to survive as well, right? But it may not be, the second altcoin, man. I am really starting to think that Solana is going to make a play to flip Ethereum here in the next few years, maybe couple years. And if it ain't Solana, it's probably going to be someone else. I just, the fees and the gas fees, like great. There's an ecosystem out there, the smart contracts, all that. That's cool, but like, it's a pain to use Ethereum. Like it
yes,
is.
it is,
Like
yeah.
it is not enjoyable. And I use Solana, and I was like, hold on now, hold on. There's hope. I was like, I can move money around fast, like real quick. And the fee was like 1 cent. I was like, yeah, yeah, okay.
It's just they haven't had the problem lately, but excuse me, it's just when the blockchain goes down, like then it's just like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
So Ethereum never had really like the blockchain going down, but it's just slow and expensive. So I'm not gonna hold. I think I'll hold Ethereum. Hopefully we get a couple X from here. I don't think we're going to go to those crazy numbers anytime soon. I think eventually, probably, but I'm definitely going to just start taking a lot of profits in Bitcoin, into fiat, and like you into real estate. So I have some things in the works going over there, and into businesses too. So I'm an entrepreneur and a business owner before anything. That's where it all started. So I use Bitcoin as a vehicle to get me to other places too. So
That's
um
it, man.
yeah,
That's it.
just definitely being aware of what's going on, and realizing who the big dog is and acting accordingly.
Hey, Al, we see you, bro. We see you. You said, what is it? The 2-day Haikanashi for the DXY. What do you got there? What are you saying? 2-day BTC red dot, 2-day DXY pump. Okay, so you're looking at Market Cipher is my guess. I mean, maybe, but I would say that it's at a key area of resistance, honestly, and I was showing you that on the chart here. We can revisit that a little bit. I was looking at Coinbase. I was gonna do a little bit of quick TA here, but I think we're gonna wrap it up. Coinbase looks good. Came down, retest an area. See this? I said, hey, resistance, come back, retest, OC retest. Here we go. Looks like it wants to take off. 241 could be in play for Coinbase. So there you go for that. Let me give you a quick shill for. We'll go back here, and then we'll go. Then I'll give you some shilling. DXY. Here we go. All right, DXY, and let's do this. I'm gonna pull it up here, and let's go. You said the 2-day. Go to 2-day. That's 2 minutes.
So yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It looks like those a couple in the previous we had nice big dumps on the 2-day. Once we got those red dots on that momentum wave curving over, uh, if you got it, we do have. If he
And then he
says
said Haikanashi too, right?
Haikanashi, let me change it to
Yeah,
that too.
he said Haikanashi.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, because that's a little more accurate when you use these ciphers.
Yeah, I used to love Haikanashi, man. I think when I first met Piper, that's all I was using was Haikanashi. I don't know, man. You said red
Oh
dot.
yeah, I see it. I see what he's saying. I definitely see what he's saying.
Oh, hold on. I'll go over to you because what I'm
Okay.
seeing is on resistance at 104 for the DXY. And then when I'm on the two-day Haikanashi, if you see this right here is the BBWP. All right. This red, this means the end of a trend. Okay. So typically blue indicates volatility. Red says, hey, we're kind of done with this move. And so it's losing strength. All right. So we're seeing the end of the move, and we're seeing a red dot, as you were saying, and you're going to see a crossover on the stochastic. All saying to me that you might actually see a reversal for DXY. So
Yeah.
let me go over to your chart and let's see how you are looking
So
at
even
it.
so this is the DXY. So even
Your chart's not up right now.
let me see. There we go. So even on chart prime on the 2-day, we got that upside down triangle thing. That's a reversal. So it's looking like, I know they usually happen and they, and then it doesn't reverse instantly. So it is looking like it's coming up on the cipher. I don't have a red dot yet, but it is looking like it's starting. This momentum wave does look like it's starting to curve over. Our side looks like it's starting to curve over. Last time we got we had like some big dumps here, here. We had a nice big dump in the DXY. So that's pretty much all I see right now. All I'm gonna look at. But yeah, I can see what he's saying. Maybe, and we did hit our head. We're here at 104.5, which I don't even know when I drew that, but it perfectly hit
It's the
this.
same. That's the same exact level I'm looking at.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
it did perfectly hit this, and we, the buyers stepped in, but the bears came back in, pushed it down. So we might be getting a reverse on the DXY. So hopefully we can get a little bit more of a push when it comes to Bitcoin. If this does start to curve over, and our first stop will be, it's looking like probably 102.83. So that'll be a nice little,
Yeah.
a little pump, hopefully, if that does roll over. And I do see the reversal signals that he is talking about on the 2-day, especially when I turn it to Haikanashi.
What's that? He said 2-day BTC red dot, 2-day DXY pump, which is backwards to what I'm seeing.
So I'm gonna go to Bitcoin and see what I see on Bitcoin. So on Bitcoin, I see where we at right now.
Yeah.
I do see a red. Same thing when
But
we got that.
I don't see the pump for DXY.
Yeah, I see the same thing. I see it being correlated. Like I see it being correlated. So hopefully, it's weird. It's weird right now. Like, because if DXY goes down that much, it would seem like that would take a lot of selling pressure off of Bitcoin, and we can, hopefully just stay stagnant or continue up. But I'm seeing a red dot here on Bitcoin on the Heikinashis
Yeah.
right where we're at right now. I'm seeing RSI on chart prime starting to turn red. Looks like it's
But
topped out.
money flow's still coming in, it looks like.
Yeah, money flow, it does look like it is coming in. It look like it's curved up a little bit.
I mean, yeah,
So
we are at an area of resistance. We talked about that earlier. Like it's clear, and that's why I said it's a no-no zone. Like this is not an area where I'm long in Bitcoin. I want to break all of the resistance. I want to get over top of all that junk, and then I would look at an opportunity of potentially going long. Now that's high. Like so, I'm not saying like a hodl kind of play there. Like I'm looking intraday, scalp kind of trade. based on seeing an OC retest over top of all that resistance. So yeah, right now, like I would say be very, very careful with taking a long position here. Now, earlier, I was looking at something, just to clear out the liquidity. That was kind of my basis for saying we were going to have a move up on the morning show. It's just like the liquidity was too close and it was too much. And I
Yeah,
figured they would go up and grab it.
you said it last night too when we were looking at the heat map and we were at like 67.3 or 67 coming up, and you said it was that heat. I mean, that liquidity looked like it was right at about 68K, and we, lo and behold, we went right up to that
I'm
68K
telling
a
you,
few hours later. So that,
fire,
like you said,
bro.
that heat map, the liquidity, man, you follow the money. Like you follow the money. It's really that simple, and that's just an added confluence that you can use. Like I was talking to Alex, man, when he came on my channel, and he was just saying, yeah, a lot of times it's really as simple as support resistance, liquidity, and he likes to work with the VWAP and whatnot, and just a little RSI oscillator or something like that. But it can get more intricate than that, to add
For
more
sure.
confidence in your trading. But for the most part, man, you have these confluences, and then you look at where liquidity is, and then you just pull the trigger, man. You pull the
I'm
trigger.
telling you, it's one of my first stops every day is looking at that heat map because I
Yeah.
want to
So
see where liquidity is.
since I've been working with you guys, I've been incorporating that a lot more into my analysis, and it's been playing out a lot better
I've
than any other
I've seen
thing
a
else.
lot of people start using it.
Yeah, that's one of the
Interesting.
things. Yeah.
Interesting enough. I wonder if I've had a little
Yeah.
impact on the space
So,
here because
support. Yeah. Go. I'm sorry.
yeah, I didn't see it much. And I've been watching a few people recently that surely did not use it before. And it is part of their everyday analysis now. So
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah. This is probably the first channel, or one of the first channels that I've seen use it consistently, like every day. And then being around you guys, I've been starting to use it. So like, I've really been starting to refine my strategy. Before we get out here, I'll just say this. So support and resistance, RSI, some form of oscillator, to give you some type of direction, money flow, liquidity. Been using those, man, and divergences from the 4 hour and the daily. If I'm doing a longer term swing trade, I like to use divergences, anything from the 4 hour and out. But with those confluences on Bitcoin, those are like really, really, you can up your chances of winning trades if you want to do it like that. Swing, especially swing trades, but just putting those together, man, they just definitely higher your odds of winning the trade.
Alex, so you're out of control, man. Looks like we're gonna bring him on maybe Halloween day. So that one's gonna be quick, just so you guys know. Halloween, obviously, I got kids. FD's got kids. Now Alex though's got a little baby otter. I don't know if he's gonna be Harry Otter or what he's gonna be for Halloween, but I
Very
guess I guess we'll figure that out on Halloween day. So yeah, that'll be cool, man. Alex, we'll bring you on for a quick little sesh there. We'll probably keep that one under 30 minutes because I'm gonna have some people over, but we do have a giveaway, and I keep forgetting to mention this on the show every day. It's like driving me nuts. So let's go ahead and bring that up just real quick. We're doing a giveaway here live now. The only criteria is you gotta join Blowfin. You gotta deposit $50 because it's gotta be an active account. Like we don't want people just creating a Blowfin account and having this mass number of Blowfin accounts and nobody has any like money in it. So $50 deposit, that's our only kind of criteria there. But hey, we're gonna do a drawing. So if you got $50 on the account, you don't have to be here on the show, just so you know. Just join through our affiliate link that's down in the description. And happy trading. You can follow along with us a little bit. One thing I do want to incorporate a little bit more on this show is actively like really going through some trades. Like we talk a lot about some of the numbers, some of the key levels, talk about where we think it's going to go. Let's start incorporating that, right? Let's start making this a real thing where, hey, this is what I'm seeing on the chart. Hey, this is going to be my entry. This is what I'm going to look at. And let's start doing that. And then if you guys want to follow along, you know, that'll be cool. If not, also cool. You can just watch and enjoy me get wrecked. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up today. FD, you got anything for the people on the way out?
Just as every Thursday, man. Have a good weekend. Can't wait to get back to you on Monday, but I am going to enjoy my weekend. Tomorrow, if you come over to my channel right after the morning show, I am going to have Rob from Digital Asset News
That's
on.
big.
Yeah, so
That's a nice pool, man.
yeah, so that's my guy. So after you watch the morning show at 10:30, come right over to my channel, and me and Rob gonna chop it up. We always have good conversations. So come over there and just have a good weekend, man. Enjoy some family, touch some grass, and make some money.
My man. My man. All right. As always, thank you for being here. We enjoyed mixing up with you guys in the chat. If you got anything from the show, if you did, you didn't, that's cool too. But please give us a little smash of that like button. We would appreciate that. Go ahead, sub, turn notifications on, all that good stuff, and share this on X. We would appreciate that as well. We are growing here. We are actually like legitimately doing pretty well. So we're excited about that, and that keeps us going. All right. So thank you very much. That is mostly because of you. So that being said, we're going to get out. Y'all have a night. Good night. Trade safe. And we will see you on Monday.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make
Welcome to the Nightcap, your TA home. Everybody knows we trade in them zones. Late night, no sleep, yeah, we keep it real. Crypto moves fast, no time for the feels. TradeFly rocket chart, T about to take flight. Crypto Nightcap, where the dark meets the bright. This path ain't cheap, you can dream while you sleep. Steady building wealth, invest in yourself. Breaking it down, good vibes in sight. The makers in tight, adjusting my sight. It's all or nothing, this is how we attack. Get your head right, it's a Crypto Nightcap.